Shall we have a prayer? Let's have a prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this beautiful planet, this beautiful place. Thank you for allowing us to have this walk out here. Thank you for fresh air and for sunny skies. Thank you for springtime. And bless us to have a nice visit. And this we pray in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. Hi. So I'm out here having a walk. I'm trying to walk a little farther every day. Isn't this the most amazing place? Look where we are. This is an amazing place. There are 3 hunt camps in a row. This is the second one, I think. Yeah, the first hunt camp is over there. Grateful walking is good. Hi, is that Asheville? Hi, how are you, Bruce? Nice to see you again. So it's winter here, unlike Hawaii, and I have been feeling trapped for quite a while. And so here we are outside, it's beginning to melt. And so you're beginning to see little patches of grass where the snow is melted. Some always on the south side, the south slope. On the north slope, it'll stay frozen for a long time. But the south slope, you see the sun comes from the south and it hits the south side of the slope and it warms it up, and then the grass is there. And so I've seen a few clusters of deer today on my walk. I'm trying to walk every day now. Hibernating is an interesting experience, but coming back out of hibernation is an experience of its own. It's a sort of a real, you have to start everything up again. Start the engines. Wait a minute, this one isn't working. It's like opening the cottage. That's it. Coming out of hibernation. The bears probably out too. Maybe not. They've got their baby bears, right? Their baby bears, which are an inch or two big, which they have. Do they have a pocket? Some way the bears keep their babies, keep them healthy. That car or truck with that camper, I think, went that way, the other way a minute ago. There's traffic out here. It really changes it when cars come by because you get the vibes of the people in the cars. And I'm out here with the land and the nature and the deer and the beavers. Did I show you the beaver lodge? Oh my gosh, it's like an apartment building. It's huge, it's enormous. Hi, Jordan. Wow, we've got the far ends of the earth. Ireland and Hawaii. Well, it's so different here than Hawaii, but it's finally the sun has come out. Oh my gosh, I need the sun. Anyway, I am motivated. I stepped on the scale. I started eating everything I wasn't allowed to eat, and I just kept going. I was like, I'm going to have this one too, and I'm going to try this. And what about this? Oh my gosh, I ate so much stuff. And what does that say? Mom says hello. Hi, Jordan's mom. I forgot your name. Anyway, so I'll tell you, I stepped on the scale, and I was 198. And I was so shocked. I had been shocked a few days before when I was 180. But it seemed like it made me want to eat everything in sight before I started to lose weight. It was such a strange twist in my brain. And so I did. That was when I was 180, and then when I was 199. And so this is day 3 of no wheat or any gluten products. Did you hear that? I wonder if it's a deer over there. Anyway, so I had no sugar, no wheat, no gluten, no rice, and nothing from a cow. And I bought a walker, and then the next day I walked all the way down the hill and around the corner. And today I walked a little further. I'm using my canes. I couldn't stand up without support. But these walking sticks, they really are good. They're like using two canes, and they help me. They push me, and I have momentum. Hey, the birds came back. There's a robin. There's robins, and there's, of course, the chickadees, and there's I heard a dove. That's a crow. And I heard I saw some geese. What was the other one I heard? So what did you just say? In 2:30 a.m. in Hawaii, I'm at Denny's, starting my day with East Coast time. Sorry, pancakes for me. No, whatever is good for you. The thing about all these foods was that they would, if I put on weight, it would put so much more stress on all of my already fragile body parts, all of my bones and ligaments and everything. Everything loosens up when you get old. So weird. It's so strange. And it's quite a learning experience, just the aging process. Like maybe I should take a course in gerontology. Huh. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? I've been talking to my son about taking classes at the university in Ottawa and staying with them. Having a bed in the basement and staying in. And at the beginning, it seems like it's okay, but then we'll see if it actually happens. Things like this sound wonderful on paper, but I would really like to. Maybe gerontology is good, but botany would really be awesome. So maybe and archaeology. No, it's anthropology. Yes, anthropology, botany, zoology, and what did we just talk about? Whatever that was, add that to the list. My short-term memory is really fading. Like watching myself fulfill all these symptoms. It's very interesting. That's very interesting. Oh well. And Mary dying. She's not died yet, but she's in the process of dying. I hope she's having wonderful dreams. She's sleeping all the time. I like my other cousin died of Parkinson's a few years back. I don't know how many that was now. 5? Something like that. I don't know. Do you like going for a walk out here with me? We have cell service up here. Once we get down into our hollow, we don't. So there was a few deer in this area when I came earlier. I kind of snuck up on them. But they were watching me. And then there were more down there that were watching me. It's been an interesting morning with the deer. With their newly uncovered grass. Oh, I just told you about the beavers place, right? But I have beavers at home, and they've made a dam. They're beginning to recreate the main dam, the Great Dam. No, it was called the main dam. The Great Dam was the next one up the river, up the stream. Those guys take good care of the roads for us. We don't have a lot of roads here. Not us out here. And back in the 1850s, even this road wasn't here. one here. Isn't that interesting? There's this map I saw at the township office one day of the whole area. There was no 401, no Highway 7. And I think I see a deer way up there. It's round. Maybe not. See, it's the north slope, so it shouldn't be melting there yet. So anything I see is not going to be the earth, but wood or animals or rock. But usually it's going to be covered by snow if it's rock. See, it's all still quite covered in there. Now on the other side is quite neat. Let's go over there. See, I'll turn you around. See how the terrain goes this way? It goes down and then up that nice hill. And then there's a bit of a fold between this hill and the next. And the same here, this road. You know, the road was not built up higher than this spot right here, but it did fill it all in to get up here. So I see deer down here sometimes. There's a lot of birch on that hillside that has fallen. I think most of what we see there is aspen. It's white. And then the really white birch. Now look at this, look at the landscape here. How there's a bit of a valley there. And look at the trees, how the trees dot the area. And there's a little fence just dividing that little area off. It's interesting. And then the slope goes underneath the road. And then it comes up high and then down, really sharp down to the stream. I wonder if I'll be able to show you the apartment building down there. Have you noticed? As I've been out on the roads lately, I've been noticing that at the beginning of a guardrail, they have one of these signs, green top, white bottom. Interesting, eh? I know you know that. I didn't tell you because you didn't know. I told you because I needed to say it. Now there's all these little deer apartment buildings down there. It's like little rooms in the forest. You go right down over the cliff and down the flatland. It's probably wet now. But there's a lot of fir trees down there. And deer live in them. This is interesting. Oh, I see. This fence is not fencing off a little area. The fence, the property line is at a steep angle to the road. I guess that fence is all straight. See how it goes down in the valley? Isn't that nice? Look at how it comes up here behind these trees. And notice how those trees are all about the same size. They're kind of short and wide. But they're white pines, I believe. Anyway, and then it's totally different over here. See, it's all dry and maybe those look so beautiful because the scrubby ground is covered up. Good morning, Lois. Looks beautiful outside today. Absolutely. I'm on a walk. I haven't been on a walk very much this winter, but now I have these wonderful roads. They're soft enough my pole doesn't make noise on it. And you can really go farther and faster and better with a pull. This is pretty astounding for me because, as I said, I woke up 3 days ago, was 198 pounds. I went off everything I'm not supposed to eat. Thank you. And the next day I was 196. And then I went out, kept it off everything that I wasn't supposed to eat and stayed in reasonable quantities. And this morning I was 186. So I would say that the gluten that I've had lately bloated me. So I was 10 pounds extra because of the gluten being in my system, or being full of water, however this whole system works. Anyway, look, I have a spot, place to sit. That's better. After a while, I have to sit, These posts, I'm on one of these guardrails, right? So if I get on it properly, I could sit here. And rest. It's a bit windy though. There. The thing about a parka. Hello, I'm way in there. The thing about a parka is that the wind, if it doesn't have this big thing here, the wind is going to get you as it goes past. But when this is out, the wind doesn't go, and then when you're facing it, I think it even goes farther. I think I have a thing in the back that you can make it not be able to go so far. And these are interesting things. Oh, I have some ideas about my 63 pairs of socks, many of which have bad feet. I'm going to cut off the feet and I'm going to turn them into hand warmers. I'll finish them up. I'll cut them and then I'll continue knitting an edge. And I'll leave a slice for your thumb. It's just when you're sewing it up on the seam. If you do that, but I'll have to be opening it up because I don't have holes like that. Anyway, I think that's a good idea. So I could make hand warmers, and I could also make no wrinkles and lots of energy to go hiking. Anyway, back when my friend and I got together in Georgia, we took a picture of ourselves. It was 12 years ago now, and we had no wrinkles, and we had lots of energy. We just hiked around, looked at the river, and we were really, really well off. I was in the beginning, I guess, when I first went down there. Oh, that was before I started taking care of my mom. No, it was while I was taking care of her. That's right. Anyway, don't know why we're talking about that. There we go. You can only sit in that position so long, but these little posts are good for putting against your back. The good old days. Hi, Susie Q. Scott. I've missed you guys. I went away with the family. My grandson, we travel together, and that's really the only time we get together anymore is when we're traveling together. So we went to Vancouver together for 2 weeks, and we went to Burlington for a weekend, and we went with the other grandchildren as well last year. We went to Hawaii for 2 weeks. And then we just went to Toronto for a weekend for 3 days. But that's the time that we're together, you know? That's the only time that we're really together. And so I was over there yesterday playing with him because he has March break. And I said that, you know, he wanted me to stay overnight. And I said, well, I need a bed. So I have to have a bed. And he said, oh, well, we have this mattress upstairs and we can bring it down in the basement. Well, I'd like to have a bed that's just always there. That's a bed that I can have as a bed and know that I can sleep there. You know, and then I can prepare. I can come prepared to stay. I can't have a bed on the floor. It's too low. Hi, Susan. Hi, everyone. It's nice to talk to you guys. I'm out here on a walk, so our visit won't last because once I get into that valley over there, things change. Let me show you something. So I'll turn this around. Okay, so here, the road is going this direction and the fence line goes that way. So isn't that an interesting slice off the end of the property? I guess when the road went around, anyway, most things here are in rectangles. It's fine. I have a doctor's appointment in a bit. I was thinking about you and wondering as to your health. Oh, now standing up isn't so easy. Okay, now I want to show you this. Look at this. See that hill over there? That is Cindyland. My sister owns not right that what we're looking at, but up there. So I can go play there. She doesn't live there. There's no houses or anything, but I can go there because it's hers. There's a lot of bell trucks going by today. Now let's see what we can see. So no deer in here right now, but there have been. This is the first bit that's uncovered. And they're hungry and they can eat all of that. That's like dinner. Tables served, ready, come and get it. Same right over there. Some of this is juniper. That's juniper. And this is a hunt camp over here. They've given me permission, and so I go walk in there, and you can walk for 45 minutes and come out the other side on a back road. Oh yes, it's quite busy, isn't it? Sometimes it's got its own little rush hours. We're so many minutes from town, and so that many minutes from the hour there'll be higher traffic, or up until that time. There's the different things that go on. The people that have to be at a factory at 7. The people that are going to work for 8. And the people that are going to go to the school buses and such, and children, all the people for 9. And then you get all the locals going to town around 10. And then just before noon, you get lots of people coming back from town. So you see here, that's interesting. The fence line comes that way, but this one goes here. So they're not right across from each other. So this fence line, you see that one's way over there. So I would think that between here and there's an unopened concession, which is a road, a township road they could open. See, we're getting closer to the view of Cindyland. I hope you can see the beaver dam. the lodge. They built a lodge. Like down there is my grass hut, and beside it is the stream. And so the stream goes around the bottom of this hill. But so right on the other side of the cement bridge, is where they've been building their dam, or not their dam, their apartment building. Incredible lodge they have down there now. But I've been noticing all the deer tracks. They're kind of melted in now. But you can see that through here there was it's an area where they were walking. You can see all these tracks if you look carefully. Now beavers will make a lodge by piling wood on top of each other. And they just make this huge pile of wood, and they add mud as they're going. They put their mud on their tail, and with rocks and pebbles in it, and they carry it over on their tail. They drag it over, and then they slide it up. They slide it up onto the place they want to be on their lodge, and they flip it over. And then they continue doing that over and over and over and over until finally they have this really lovely tall pile. And then they go from the bottom up under a tree root. They'll make a path, dig a hole underneath, and they'll hollow it out. They'll make a tunnel up to it, and then they'll hollow it all out. And then they have their family up there. They have a ledge, so they have a tunnel that goes up. Then they have this lovely room in there. Why are there so many bell trucks going by today? I wonder what is happening. This is like the fourth one. Look at this tree. Dead. Now let's watch the progression of it every day. See if woodpeckers start to be on it and make big holes and find all the bugs that go in the holes. That's a white or yellow birch. They're not very sturdy. It looks like all those branches are, they've all been affected by ice this winter, and they're all just hanging there. They look kind of, I don't know if they'll live. Like this one, this is very healthy and strong, but this one, I don't know. We'll see. Looks like some has been falling off already. I would like to learn how to do carpentry properly. I have a lot of the supplies and I make a lot of things. But I'd like to take a course and really learn how to do it right. The thing about this time of my life is that most of the places that I depend on, the people for odd jobs and handymen and the plumber and the electrician and the car guy, all these people that I depend on for when I have a need, they are my age. Many of them are my age, not necessarily the plumber and the electrician, but the people that I know that you can ask them to do something and they'll They'll help you out with it. Well, they're all slowing down, which is interesting because I feel more normal then. But like if we're all the same age, we've all got the same aging thing happening. But one guy's getting his shoulder operated on. Another one had a heart attack. It's hard to say what exactly is. I guess everybody goes through this, Everybody is going to go through this. The place that you always depend on. If those people are your age, they're going to retire just like everybody else. And that part changes because you need more help. You're going through this time when you could do everything yourself a couple years ago, but now you're not going to be able to move that snow, no matter how much you think you can do. Whatever it is. But you don't have anybody to go to anymore for help because everybody you ever went to are your age and in the same boat. So you got to find out who the kids are, I guess. And you have to make friends with that generation. I have a few friends from that generation. They're in their 50s, which is not that far away from me, but it makes a lot of difference. There's a lot of difference between 57 and 67. There's a lot of difference. Anyway, so now I have to... Mary was really wise, She made friends with the neighbors down the road with little children. She said because the time was going to come when she needed help. She'll need somebody to help her stack her wood or whatever, and she wanted to have friends, somebody that could help her. And because there had children, like the children would see it as a project to go over to Mary's, and Mary was so much fun. Oh, everything was a game with Mary. She was just like Mary Poppins, Really was. Really is. Just like Mary Poppins. Okay, so you're still with me. I understand what you're saying. I had a heart bypass 2 years ago. Oh my goodness. So weird, eh? So strange that it's happening to us. Okay, so let's look at this. Let's see where it is. It's right in there, I believe. Okay, let's go down the road just a little bit. Put your shoulder to the wheel, push along. Do your duty with a heart full of song. Okay, now where exactly? Okay. So you see a lot of sticks in the water? You see all those light colored fresh sticks? Well, this thing where there's snow on it is actually the top of a teepee shape. It's enormous. It's an apartment building. Okay, let's go past some of these trees and see what our view is. I think it's better right here. There. Can you see it? I have never, in all of my years, I've never seen a beaver lodge that big. Now, we're getting right down here to the teepees. So having you on the line is pretty amazing. Like, we are really close to, there's my house up there on the hill. Anyway, so let's look at this side and see if we can see this teepee again. See, everything's starting to melt. Oh, the whole flat wetland is starting to melt. And look at that mound. A robin just flew over it. And then all of these sticks in the water. So when I saw the size of this lodge, I have never seen a lodge that big. That is enormous. I've seen one about a third of it, and that's as big as they get. But no, I do have a wonderful place. This is the highway. This isn't my side. This is Sandy's, or Sandy's on one side and Craig is on the other. So now you see the chairs are on the cement bridge. They're still covered with snow. There are some on the other side of the bridge that are now open. There's snow beneath them, but you can still sit. It's okay. So now I would like to start watching this and watching for the beavers. Wherever there's a beaver, there will be a line in the water with a triangle at the front. So there's these beavers now that live in there, and of course muskrats will live in there. Those are the housekeepers that follow the beavers around. This is amazing to be able to show you guys this. I've never had cell service down here. Okay, and so then this is the upper stream. And when we have walked, we have been up there. See, way up there? And we've walked along here. And there's the grass hut, and look at how well it's doing. It's still standing, and everything is waterproof inside. It's an amazing teepee. Okay, so this is the upper stream. It looks like part of it is frozen this morning. It's -5 this morning. But down here, you see, down below the street, this is the cement bridge, which is what I usually walk to, but now I can go twice as far because I'm really working on it. I'm using poles. So look at what the beavers have been up to here. So some of it may have come downstream, but that would be from that way. They have a new dam up there. Now, part of this flooding is just because it's spring. And this is where all the water is accumulating down here in the lowland. And then it crosses the road over there and it goes to there's a bog beyond that. There's a lot of trash that's been collecting down here. Once it gets in the water, it can go to the ocean and be part of the great garbage patch. So I have to get it up. But I can now go that far down. I mean, that's pretty close to the bottom now. I could get there without a grasper. So look at the way the water is doing. In there, now my bridge, see the bridge there? That's the bridge I cross. And I go in there and I sit. I have a lovely little spot in there with a few chairs by the edges. But in here, it's the roots are above the ground in many places, and everything is very lumpy and humped up with big holes ripples and water all over through it. So I never do that. Oh, look, it's my friend. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen her for so long. Okay, I better go. It's been nice talking to you all. Look at this. Look how far you can come. I'll show you my teepee while I'm getting here to my friend. Hi!